Hi, welcome to Queen's Kitchen, and I'm your wonderful chef, Regina. Today we're going to be making a very special meal for the significant other in your life. The meals are going to be very simple, and Queen's Kitchen is going to show you how to do each one, which will be very impressive to your significant other. So today on the menu we have our beautiful sweet potato souffle. We also have a chicken casserole, a beautiful salad, green lettuce with beautiful medley of tomatoes. And to end off the evening, we have our lemon rum cake, which is made with the finest rum, which will have the whole house smelling so divine and lovely. So today we're going to start with the chicken casserole. What you'll need is 2 leg quarters, which is the dark meat is always juicier. So you'll get 2 leg quarters, boil them for 30 minutes. Once they have been boiled, what you're going to do is to shred up the meat on the chicken. Now, and also in the meantime, we do have a pot, 2 cups of water and 1 cup of chicken broth boiling for our pasta. All right, so we're just going to make up the chicken, what all goes into our chicken. Make sure that your meat is all shredded up very finely in here, all deliciousness. All right, we're going to take a package of shredded cheddar cheese, sharp cheddar cheese, which is 1 pound, but you only need half of it to go in the mixture right now. We're going to reserve some for later. Okay, so we're going to be putting in about 1.5 cups of the sharp cheddar cheese. And the sharp cheddar cheese gives it a really nice flavor and texture as well. Okay, so we're going to have 1.5 cups of the sharp cheddar cheese. We're going to be needing 1 cup of sour cream. Okay, I'll put that cup in here. 1 cup of sour cream. Also, we have 2 kinds of soups that we're going to be using. One is cream of mushroom soup, and the other one is cream of chicken soup. Both of those you will need also 1 cup. Okay, and then also for extra moisture, we're going to be adding 1 cup of milk into our pasta, into our sauce as well, into our chicken. Okay, so that'll be our cup of milk. Just add that into it. Now for the seasonings that we're going to be using today, 1/4 teaspoon of garlic salt, 1/4 teaspoon of parsley, which will give it beautiful color, 1/4 teaspoon of Himalayan pink sea salt, which I love the sea salt. It's really good for you, has a beautiful taste as well, and also 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. Okay, let's go back and get our soup mixture. 1 cup of cream of chicken, and also 1 cup of cream of mushroom. Add that in there together. And our water's boiling, so we're going to go over here and add the pasta to our water, which we're going to be using egg noodles, which also is, you're going to use any kind of pasta that you like. I just really like using egg noodles for this dish. So we're going to put in half a package of this, which is, this package is 12 ounces, so you only need about 7 ounces to go into your water. Let that boil for about 10 minutes because it will continue cooking once you put it in the oven. So we're going to stir up all our ingredients and put it in here. This smells so delicious. I really wish you can smell this. This is smelling really delicious, y'all. Okay, so we're going to just stir this up. Now also what I use in the end is breadcrumbs because it gives it a nice flavor at the end also, and it looks pretty. And then you're going to also add your shredded cheddar cheese on top of that. Once we get everything incorporated, we're just waiting for the pasta to boil. Okay, so let's come over here and take a look at our pasta. You see all the bits of chicken that was left in when you had the chicken boiling? It's all that beautiful chicken that's left in here. And the juice from the chicken also gives the pasta a really delicious flavor as well. Once you get everything incorporated, you want to have layers upon layers of flavor. And that's why you use the water from your chicken that you boiled to also boil the pasta. Okay, so we're going to go and check on our pasta right now. It should be finished. So we're going to drain off the water from the pasta. And remember, there's chicken pieces in here, so definitely get all of that goodness inside your pasta, inside your chicken casserole. Drain off all the excess water. It smells so good. The pasta smells wonderful. All right, so let's get this in this bowl here. I'm just going to incorporate all of this pasta with the chicken and stir it up very good. Just takes a few more moments to get everything incorporated. This is your romantic dinner for two. Okay, so that looks very well incorporated, you all. So what we're going to do at this point is to add the cheese and the breadcrumbs on top. Smooth that out so it'll look really sweet, really pretty. We're going to add some extra cheese on the top. Make sure you get in all the little corners. Cheese is so delicious. Okay, so that should be enough cheese for your casserole. A little bit more. Make sure you get in all the corners. So everybody will have some cheese in every biteful. Now we're going to add the breadcrumbs as well. I just like to add breadcrumbs. If you don't have any, it's not necessary. It's quite all right. Just make sure you have the cheese though. Okay, put that on top. We're going to add a little paprika just for color. And it does give it a nice taste as well. A little smoky taste for the paprika. Put that on the top here. Okay, so now we're going to put everything in the oven. It's a preset oven of 350 degrees. This is going to go in the oven for 45 minutes to 55 minutes. Now we're going to be making our sweet potato casserole. First we're going to make the topping, which calls for 1/2 cup of flour, all-purpose flour. And then we're going to be also adding to that 1 cup of light brown sugar. And keep the sugar wrapped up really tightly because brown sugar gets really hard if it's not wrapped up tightly. So we just need 1 cup of packed brown sugar. Just pack this in here really firmly. And this is going to be our topping, our crumble on top of the sweet potatoes. So we have 1 cup of brown sugar. set that to the side. And then we need 6 tablespoons of butter. Soft butter would be good. And we're just going to mash it all together to make our crumble. This will take a few moments to get this together. Just mix that all together until everything is well incorporated. And everything is going to look like crumbles, like big sized peas. And that's the look you want to have. Everything comes out to look like the size of peas. Okay, so that's real incorporated here. And then we're going to do our sweet potatoes. Basically, all you need is 2 tablespoons of butter in the thing. And you have, you boil 2 whole yams or 2 whole sweet potatoes. Once they are, after 30 minutes, you smash them up with the butter and get it very well incorporated. We're going to add just another teaspoon of vanilla extract, or in this case, since I have the vanilla concentrate, we just need a half of capful of vanilla concentrate because it's very, very strong and the flavor is very, very delicious. You smash that all up and you just put this in a bowl. Okay, we do have one of our sweet potato casserole in the oven, but I'm going to show you how to make it. What we've done is taken 2 sweet potatoes and boiled them for 40 minutes until they got really, really soft. Put them in a bowl with some butter and smash it up, and some vanilla extract, a teaspoon of vanilla extract. We're going to place it all inside of a container, a pan, to put into the oven. I'm going to spread this out on here like so. Spread it out nice and evenly. And then we're going to put our crumble on top. Make sure you get all the butter and sugar and brown sugar and flour all mixed in together. It should come out looking like peas, and that'll tell you that it's ready to be added to the top of the sweet potato casserole. Okay, you just want to make sure the butter is all incorporated into all of this. Doesn't take a lot of butter. Okay, so we're just going to add that onto the top. And just spread it out. This is sugar, flour, and butter. Put it on top. It makes a crumble. We're going to put it in the oven for 20 minutes until it gets brown and crunchy on the top. Let's see the one that we already have in the oven. It should be ready. Ah, doesn't that look beautiful? So this is our sweet potato casserole. See all that butter just oozing and bubbling? This is how you want it to look. So we're going to put this one in the oven. Remember, put it in the oven for 20 minutes until it gets brown and bubbly on the top, and then it'll be ready for you. Next, we're going to start with our salad. It's really very simple. You're going to take in a baby spring mix, which is baby lettuce and greens. Just putting them in the bowl. Just a handful of lettuce in the bowl. The star of the show is actually going to be the medley of tomatoes. The different types of tomatoes, different colors, different sizes, different shapes. You're going to spray a little Pam on there. This is olive oil Pam, which is very natural. Spray a little on that just to add the salt and pepper so it can stick to the salad. So that's a little Himalayan sea salt, pink, and also some black pepper. And there you have it, your nice mixed green salad with medley of tomatoes. Now we're going to get ready to start preparing our cake. What we have in our blender is 1/3 cup of vegetable oil and also a 1/2 cup of sugar. I like to add just a little bit extra into the cake mix. We're going to be using Duck & Heinz Lemon Supreme Extra Moist Cake Mix. All right, so we're going to let our sugar and oil blend until it gets translucent. And that should take about 3 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes to stir this up. You can put this on high so it can move a little faster. Okay. This is going to be a little crumbly, but that's quite all right. All right. So just for the sake of time, we're going to go ahead and add our eggs. And you're going to be using, the box calls for 3 eggs, but to make the cake taste like homemade, we're going to be adding 5 large eggs. Okay, I already have 4 in there, so I'm just adding the last one to it. So we're going to be adding our eggs one at a time to our cake mix. And let that incorporate all together before you add your next egg. One at a time, let them incorporate and mix well together. And then we also have some vanilla extract. I actually got this when I was in Jamaica, and I got this at a little convenience store. So it's a concentrate, so it's very, very strong. So you only need a capful of the vanilla concentrate, so it's extremely strong. But the smell is oh so delicious. So I wish you could smell that. So our eggs are incorporated, so we're going to continue to add the eggs into the mix. The vanilla smells so good, y'all. I wish you can smell this. And we have 1 more egg left, so we're going to add to our mix. Okay, so we have all our eggs added. Now, while that's being mixed up, we're going to add 1 cup of milk. Now, I use buttermilk for my for my cakes. It just gives it an extra homemade flavor to it. So we're going to add 1 cup of milk. And we're going to go back and forth between the dry and the wet until everything is all incorporated. So we're going to add 1/3 of the box of cake mix. Let's turn this down a little bit so it doesn't splash all over me. Add 1/3 of the box of cake mix. Let that mix up a little bit. And then we're going to incorporate the milk. We're going to add 1/2 of the milk. You also want to scrape down the size of the bowl too, so that way you can get all the mix into the cake. Because a lot of it will be settling at the bottom. So you definitely want to make sure that you get your scraper and stir up all the bottom, what's settled at the bottom of the bowl. And just wipe that off. It's all going to the same spot. Okay, so we're going to put this over here for a moment. Turn our mixer back on. Put it on 4. Make the little beats a little bit faster. We're going to add 1 more third of the cake mix. Turn this down so it doesn't splash all over you. Add 1 more third of the cake mix. Always want to start and end with the cake mix, the dry ingredients. Okay, we're going to add the rest of the milk and let that incorporate very well. Turn that up just a little bit. Okay, and now we're going to add the rest of the cake mix. Get all the cake mix is in there. Turn it up just a little bit. Let it get all incorporated. Throw our egg down here. Okay, so while that's mixing up, what we're going to do is to spray our pan with some Baker's Choice, which is basically the spray and the flour all in one. So we're going to add this together, spray it very, very good on all sides. So that way the cake comes out evenly and doesn't get stuck to the bottom of the pan. Okay. Okay, so our cake is ready to come out of the bowl and go into the pan. Let me take this off of here. See how evenly smooth that is? Nothing is at the bottom. Everything is all well incorporated. Get it all inside the bowl here. Okay. Okay, now I like to bang the bowl on the counter a few times just to get all the air bubbles out of the pot. So sometimes when you put in the cake in the pan, it comes with air bubbles. See? All the air bubbles. You just bang them out. That way your cake doesn't have little holes in it. So we're going to put it in a preheated 350 degree oven for 40 minutes. Well, I'm sorry, for 30 minutes. Turn on the timer for 30 minutes. And then it will come out nice and golden brown. Stay tuned. And now we're going to take the cake out of the oven. It should be very ready at this time. It looks beautiful, y'all. Nice and golden brown. Let it rest for 10 minutes so you can get cooled off slightly. Once it's cooled off after 10 minutes, take a measuring cup, and pour some rum on the top until it's fully covered. And you want to do this about 2 or 3 times to get the cake incorporated very well with the rum flavor. I use Myers rum, but you can use any type of rum that you like. So there you have it, your romantic meal from Queen's Kitchen.